Hello, so today I wanted to talk about something really important, and it has to do with where our focus is and things that, usually athletes really focus on that can lead to a lot of frustration, maybe sometimes feeling down, feeling like we haven't done enough or we're not improving. And that is the importance of not only focusing on how far you have to go, but also focusing on how far you have come. And I think we all fall into that trap from time to time of seeing how far we still have to go. And it's obviously a huge and important component. We want to see how we want to improve. We want to see the potential that we have in the future for ourselves, be aiming for that, focusing on how do we continually get better day in and day out. But if we're always looking at how far we have to go, it's a never-ending kind of finish line, right? Because we obviously are accomplishing a lot of things, but we keep pushing, where are we wanting to go further and further out, right? Because we're always wanting to improve. And so obviously along our path, though, we are accomplishing things. We are completing some of those tasks or some of those skill sets that, 2 years ago we wanted to have, and now we have it. But because we've created a new goal or a new kind of, as I said, end line, we now kind of lose track of the fact that we have actually accomplished a lot of things. And by constantly having a destination that almost is never ending and never going to be fully completed, because that is mastery of a skill set, that is, focusing on the process. Really important for our mental health, for our confidence, to also reflect on how far we have come, because that is, especially for confidence, really helps us to boost our confidence, because our confidence is based off of small little accomplishments. It's not one big thing that we accomplish. It is those small little things that we accomplish over time. And we have to remind ourselves of that. We have to remind ourselves that, 2 years ago, we would have loved to be where we are right now, but we've kind of forgotten about that, right? Because 2 years ago, that was our goal, and now we're there. But because we've set that next goal for the next 2 years, we lose sight of that. And that can be very deflating at times, I think, right? Really not allowing us to feel good about how much we already have accomplished. And so there is this balancing act that we really have to look at, because again, as I've told my clients, you always want to see where you're wanting to go, to set that intention, to set that map, that path, that end point. But you also have to stay focused in the present moment and really only seeing almost like the next 6 feet in front of you, and then just allow and trust the next 6 feet after that to unfold. While at the same time also reflecting on how far you have come. At the same time, to really remind yourself that you have accomplished things, that you have overcome obstacles, because doing that helps you to now have confidence for anything that comes your way moving forward, which then helps us to be more present. If we trust ourselves, trust that anything that does come our way in the future, we are going to be able to handle, that we can deal with, and we'll figure it out as it comes, allows us to be more present, which is a huge component of being able to perform. So there's a nice blend of all of this that has to happen. But if we're so focused on the future and not realizing what we have done in the past, and then most importantly, really just being present in the moment and doing what we can in the moment to accomplish those things in the future, as I said, it can be very deflating, very frustrating, really eat away at our confidence. And so super, super important to take some time, remind yourself of what you have accomplished, how far you have come, and remind yourself that you have the ability to overcome obstacles, you have the ability to figure things out, that those things in the past that you dealt with are part of what is going to allow you to deal with those things that are going to, come your way moving forward, because there's always going to be obstacles, there's always going to be challenges. But you have to remind yourself and trust yourself through that, reminding yourself that you're going to be able to handle it, you're going to be able to figure it out. And so that's super, super important.